Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. You're watching In Deep on the Delta, and today I'm going to do a quick bait review on a new, well, it's not a new buzz bait, but it's a buzz bait that I just acquired towards the end of the year, and it's a buzz bait from the guys from Bass Union. And I know a lot of you guys probably know Joe Orozco. He's a local guy. He's up around Oroville, and Joe has come up with a double bladed buzz bait that I really like. And they've put a lot of thought into this bait, and I'm going to tell you why you need this bait, even if you got a bunch of these around. And I'm going to start by talking about two of my favorite baits that I currently use, that I've used in the past. One of them is the Cavatron, a very inexpensive bait. You might even call it a cheap bait, and it sounds cheap. Listen to that blade. I don't know what it is, but this thing catches fish, and I don't care if it's $2 or $5 or $15. I'm going to continue using this bait. Cavatrons are great baits. The other bait that I tend to use is the D&M double buzz bait, and this thing here is a battleship. It's a big bait. It throws out all kind of topwater disturbance, and it pulls up some very big fish. So you might say, Steve, you got yourself a good single blade that you like and a good double blade that you like. Why are you talking about this Bass Union bait? And single blade, double blade, this Bass Union bait falls right in the middle. And one of the things that I like about this bait, it is for a double bladed buzz bait. It's very compact. So I really think that this bait is going to catch a lot more fish. With this guy here, it's a battleship. When you've got a lot of wind, you've got wave action, maybe the fish are super aggressive, this will catch the fish. And I will still use this during those periods. But on the days that are more routine days, this is going to be my #1 go-to bait. And this is the reason why. I mentioned it's compact. I believe the fish from the 1 to 3 pound class are going to come up here, and just when they grab this thing, they're going to engulf the whole bait, and there's going to be a good catch ratio on this. I talked about the design of this, and I could tell by just looking at it when I pulled it out of the box that they had put a lot of work into this. And one of the things that I have really found that they've done a great job on is the positioning of these two blades. They actually will clack each other, so they make a little additional noise. And if you listen to this, again, it's kind of that cheap sounding Ford Pinto sound. Same thing that has the Cavatron. Not a cheap bait, well-built bait. It just sounds cheap, and I don't care again what it cost. I like that sound, and there's something about that aluminum, trailer park sound that these fish just seem to like out here. So we've got two blades. They're very close together, and if you can see this little keeper here, it's like a rubber keeper. That's keeping this Y that the blades are coming off of together. Why is that important? Because when you start catching fish on this, one of the problems with the Cavatron is it'll get bent out of shape, and you have to start bending the wires and adjusting it so it doesn't fall over on its side. And that's a big problem of a lot of buzz baits. They won't run true through the water. They'll fall on their side. And for you guys that are new to buzz bait fishing or new to bass fishing, and you just started with buzz baits and you're having a real problem with that, this is the bait that will correct that. I don't care how hard the wind's blowing, how much bow you have in a line, or how fast you're running this bait. It is going to run true. It's not going to fall over on its side. It's going to run true through the water all the time, and that is a big deal, because it's just, for these blades to work right and sing like they need to sing, it's got to be running upright. I don't care how much you spend on a buzz bait and how great the blade is on it. If it's falling over on its side, it's not going to work for you. So this bait, a couple of things. Because of the double blades, when you cast it out and it hits the water, it comes right up to the top, and it starts moving and fishing like it should right after you hit that reel and you engage it. It's on top of the water and the blades are spinning, making the noise. So a lot of times you got a better chance of getting that bait lands, and bam, the strike right there. As soon as you click your reel, take one turn on it, man, that fish has it. Another good thing about the design on this is as you catch a ton of fish and the fish are biting this and it's turning around, because of this keeper here, it's going to keep these short arms intact so that you don't constantly have to be adjusting it all the time. Even after many fish, I think you're going to be able to catch fish on this thing without making the adjustments and bending the hardware on it. And I noticed on this, the hardware, the shank coming from the head up to the eye, is a different gauge of steel or whatever they're using compared to the Y on this thing. And all of that really just rounds out this bait really, really nice. So for you guys that are looking for a really great buzz bait, again, Bass Union, Joe Orozco, he's a great guy and he has made a great bait here. You might notice also that I've talked about this trailer that's on here. It's called a Kamikaze Swimmin' from Big Bite Baits. That works with this really well, and these come in not only white, but they come in, if you're going to get a darker color bait or a green pumpkin or something, you can match up the colors real well with these Kamikaze Swimmin'. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and I know this is kind of the wrong time to be talking about buzz baits, but you're going to want to have these before next spring when they really come out and start nailing these buzz baits. Bass Union, buzz bait, double buzz bait. I really like the way these things sound just out of the box. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the river.